All right. Well, apparently there's a big wreck on the on somewhere, so a lot of media didn't get here in time, but we have to start because we're on a schedule. So if anyone online has a question, please raise your hand. We'll go to people in the room here. But first, I want to welcome the members of the U.S. Men's Deaf National Team here. Of course, we have some ASL translation today. And is Coach Everett here too? There he is, head coach Everett. Now, why are they there? Because we got a doubleheader tomorrow. So our men are playing Germany at 1 o'clock. Some of the guys are going to be available in the mix zone to the media right after this, along with our players. And both teams are going to wear this special warm-up shirt, which spells out Unity and ASL in the back. If you remember, we did that with the women too a couple years ago. So I know we'll be taking some pictures with the guys after practice. So it's going to be a unique and historic doubleheader. And but first things first, let's get to Emma and questions for Emma. If there's nothing right away in the room, we'll go to...
Fine?
No.
It's fine.
We'll go to Jonathan Tannenwald online. Go ahead, JT.
Thank you, Aaron. Hi, Emma. Wondering how you've spent the last 40 hours or whatever the number, I guess, is. How much have you been able to break down with the players? How much do you want to break down with the players in such a short amount of time? Or as we sort of talked about a little bit, after the game, you sort of flush it and go to the next?
Teaching is the part of my job I enjoy the most. So whether we win, whether we lose, whether we play well, we don't play well, the teaching part is the consistent part. So sometimes we will do it in ways that is being able to make minor tweaks from game to game. Sometimes we'll do it in a large group. Sometimes we'll do it in small units. This time we did it in small units, which was great because we gave the players the opportunity to communicate in and around the game and breaking that down within our principles. I thought they did a tremendous job to prepare for that meeting because we give them the clips in advance. And we had, 3 really good meetings this morning after a travel day yesterday. And as I said to Hype on the way here, you can feel multiple things all at once. Of course we are disappointed, but we are extremely optimistic because we don't want to get to a major qualifying game and there becomes a situation that we haven't faced. And I felt that there were challenges in that game that we haven't faced yet. So I'm really pleased we get the chance to address those things. Second of all, we're a great team. And as I keep reminding the players, whenever things get challenging, lean into the team in every way, shape or form, whether that's in our game model, whether that's outside of the field, let's lean into each other. And I've said before, healthy culture, great people, always is going to represent great progress. So I'm super excited for training and the game tomorrow.
I want to ask one quick follow-up also. Michelle Cooper got banged up a couple times in that game on Thursday night. I'm wondering if she's all right.
She'll be fine. She needs to, like all of us, this is part of it. Get up, get on with it. And remember that this is, playing for this team, everybody's going to want to leave a mark on us. Our job is to not be affected and impacted like that. Can't control the referee. We can't control what the opponent's going to do, but we can control our reactions. So Michelle, along with all of our players, are reminded that there's things we need to do better to support that, but also get on with the game.
Thank you.
Thanks, JT. We'll go online again. Asli, go ahead.
Hi, Emma. I was wondering, can you tell us a little bit more about Eva? She is an incredible defender. She did a great season in Paris Saint-Germain. Why did you choose to bring her into camp on the 11th hour? And is there we talked about how everybody played individually, but backline seemed to need someone as tall as she is, clearly. I don't know. Can you let us know a little bit of how you're strategizing this player for next game if she's going to play?
I mean, first of all, it's a great example of, Ava's a great example of what happens to you when you do the things you're doing when no one's watching, as the great Anson Dorrance would always preface. She came into this environment, I can't remember how long ago it was, forgive me for the menopausal forgetfulness, but she had things to work on within her game. She's been working on those things, and in the under-23 environment was the standout player. Now, granted, and I say this to all of our players, don't assume that just because you're next in line that you're going to get that step up. You have to earn the right to play in this team. You have to earn the right for the opportunities here, and she deserves that opportunity. I think with regards to height, being great in the air has nothing to do with height. It's all about timing, and timing for us as a team was off, not regarding the back four. But in terms of her playing in this game, I think it's unrealistic to have a player that's not been training in this environment, not built connections in this environment, not even trained with the team yet to start a game tomorrow, even if she is showing qualities in the right direction. I think performing at the under-23 is one step for her. Performing at this level, as I keep saying to all of our players, doing well for your club, being club class is one thing. Being international class is another. Being world class is for the few. And I'm still, quite rightly working through where our players are in those stages. But I'll say it again, I want to learn these things now. I made it clear I wanted to play with Avery at left back to see if she could do that. I want to be clear. I want to look at different situations to be able to see where the players are levelling up. And I'd much rather have the situation that happened the other night happen now and learn what we learned than do that in 12 months' time. Though, let me be clear, learning never stops. And with development, you don't just go from, we've played players, therefore build to something, everything's going to slot into place. It just doesn't work like that. But I'm very excited about the opportunity tomorrow night.
Is there anything else in the room? Sandy, do you need anything? Oh, yeah, go ahead. Pass the mic if you would.
I'm from the Connecticut media and here for Alyssa near as much as the game. Can you just talk a little bit about what she meant to U.S. soccer? I know you didn't coach her for very long, but she's
long enough.
an important part of the national team for a long time.
She's probably a good example. Alyssa is a good example of some of the things I've just mentioned about what you have to earn at the highest level. Didn't become a starter on this team till a very late age and went through the period of sitting as number 3, number 2, in, out. Is she going to cut it at the top level? Her perseverance is second to none. Her ability to dedicate to giving to this team, even without sometimes getting a game. The goalkeepers always feel that the most, but she is a real testament to those things. And I do know about her history, even from my early Iona days. There is an East Coaster in me. And I've also watched her as a coach when I was a WPS coach. So I know of all of her qualities and have watched her career. So I was delighted to get the chance to coach her. And as Bryce Gurry said to the team last summer, when it's about fighting for the inches and that you have to be absolutely ready for that one moment where not much happens and all of a sudden you have to do like these star-shaped saves when your team absolutely needs it. We can talk about Mal and Trin and So finding winners last year. That is the one moment that stands out in my head about winning a gold medal, that save by Alyssa Nair. And that is why to have the best goalkeeping behaviours for this team, you have to be ready for that moment. And that, just sums her up. We miss her character, absolutely. And you see how challenging that is to get to those levels. But what a role model she has been for everyone in this program, and she totally deserves her flowers here tomorrow night.
Well said. Let's go to Sylvia. Go ahead, Sylvia.
Hi, Coach. This is sort of a different question. Lynn Biandola just announced that she is pregnant, and I'm just asking, in general, with so many players starting families, what are the conversations with players in terms of starting a family and getting back maybe into that national team conversation within the next 2 years?
I mean, my conversations are the same with them, whether they, not so much about whether they want to start families, you know, it's whatever they want it to be whenever they want that to happen. And for Lynn, she felt that was right for her at this stage in life. I said this the other night, you don't realise the impact she's made for this team, even in my time here. She's come from the bench in almost every situation we've been in and made a major impact. So, first of all, that's my challenge to my own team. How are we going to fill that? How are we going to fill that void with her absence? But second of all, I'm delighted for her. She is an old soul who will be an incredible mum. And if she so chooses to, you know, continue playing her career, we will be here to support that. And that means, you know, whether she wants to compete to come back for a World Cup, as I said, you'd have to ask Lynn those questions. But what I know in the short term is we do this thing called a 360 approach from pre to post-pregnancy with all of our players. So that involves an interdisciplinary team around the player, club, country, almost coming together to support a program on and off the field, educating our pregnant players and helping them, guide them through their pregnancy and help them return post-pregnancy. And one of the great pieces of work we're doing at US Soccer is putting together a pre- and post-pregnancy protocol that we hope to share with our larger landscape. I can't say when that will come, but is, for me, how to combine the right things in the right ways and the right specialisms around so that players feel supported, that through their journey of having a baby, that feels like they're doing the right things, but also gets them back in the safest way possible, depending if it's a natural pregnancy or if it is a C-section. And this is some really exciting stuff. And I know we had our 360 with Lynn the other day, and I know she will be supported like all of our players in their pregnancy.
Excellent. Good way to end. Thank you, Emma.
I love the female Lynn stuff.